Hi fellow birdies, and welcome back to another edition of Mr. Songbird's Writing Mama. Hope you've had a wonderful week. In today's video, I'm going to be having some ziti al forno. It's a copycat recipe of Olive Gardens, and I'll be honest, I've had this yesterday, and it makes me want to go to Olive Garden just to try this. I don't know it's about pasta, but for some reason it does taste even better the day after. So far in May, trying some new stuff out as far as writing goes has really helped. I've always been doing like roughly an hour a day, but until relatively recently, that was kind of like just my goal. I found a few techniques to boost from a minimum and from a goal to a minimum. So like rather than capping out at an hour writing each day, I'm not doing like a minimum of an hour each day, and usually like 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes more. I definitely think that when NaNoWriMo comes around, it's gonna be a lot easier. I'll say that. For now, I'm working on some additional projects, but towards the end of this week, I'm planning to work on more on Path of Magi chapter 2. That's right, book 2, not chapter 2. But let's talk habits real quick, because the thing with writing is it's either very easy to get it written, or it can be very challenging. Let me tell you, I used to be like super happy if I wrote like 500 words in a day. Now, if I do that, then I would know that just basically, I don't even know what I'd call it. I just that'd be the worst day of my life. Well, not of my life, but writing wise, it'd be the worst day in a while. Because yeah, I really like this recipe. It's tomatoey, just a little bit sweet, plenty of cheese. It makes me wish I had tried this instead of Alfredo all those years, and that says a lot because I really like Alfredo. For those of you who are like cooks that hear like pull up the recipe, I think it's gonna be in the description below. Give it a crack. You'll be glad you did, and there's plenty of leftovers. I had this yesterday for an ASMR video. I'm having it today for the same amount, and we still have more. Now let's talk habit building. It's easy to say it's important to have a habit of writing an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, or what have you. Let me tell you, it's pretty hard to get started and how to keep it going. So the question then becomes, how do you manage that? There's a lot of ways. Like, for one, make it part of your identity. Like, I am a writer, so I write, every day kind of thing. One thing I find that really helps is making it very clear what your habit is. For example, I'm going to say a habit. When I eat breakfast, I'm going to do my writing. That sounds good, but at what point do you do your writing? Do you do it when you finish your last bite? Do you do it when you start eating? Do you write as you eat? What happens? Specific intentions are very important on that front. Similarly, it's good to say that a good habit should be its own reward, but if you want to build it, a good way to do that is add a little reward to it. It can be, something as simple as like saving like, I don't know, $1 for, some shoes or a game you like. Or it could be, if I get, all these words written by the end of the year, I'm going to treat myself by going to, South Korea. What I especially like about this is just how like gooey it is. Like there's so much sauce. Like look at that. It's covered in it. Also cheese. With a lot of pastas I found, the recipe tends to skimp on the sauce. This one does not. Seriously, 9 out of 10, will recommend. Now, apart from rewards, another good way to like build a habit is basically make it easy to get, started. As in like, for example, when you boot up your computer, have it set so that it immediately pulls up your writing software. And only your writing software, just so we're clear. Additionally, you can do stuff like remove distractions. There's this one app I used in the past called Freedom, which would basically turn off access like the internet and stuff on my phone for a short time. 10 o'clock would roll around, internet's gone. I tell you, do my writing. Another good thing is to make a pre-habit kind of ritual. Like one of mine for another habit is basically there's this lo-fi music, that I really like, for like focus and concentration. I put on a set of headphones, turn on the music, and just get started. Similarly, for that same habit, I have a like, here's what I do to start out with, like what the very first thing I do is. There are, of course, writers who are better than I am, who can easily crank out 3 hours worth of writing each day. And I genuinely respect them for that. And I'd like to get to that point at some point, perhaps. But for now, each little bit, additional speed, quantity, quality, is a battle that I cherish and hope to win. Because in writing, consistency is extremely key. Someone who, spends 5 hours writing a story and then just pauses it for the next 8 months is not going to probably get very far. Conversely, there's something they call people who spend say half an hour a day every day until they're finished. They call that person an author. Other good ways to help you with the habit of writing: make friends who write as well. Like find content creators that focus on writing, like forums, Reddit groups, what have you. Basically, it said that we imitate the habits of those who are close to us, those who we really genuinely respect, and the general populace kind of thing, like the normal. If you make friends with those who do a lot of writing themselves, you're more likely to do more writing. Now, my topic kind of got away from me a little bit. I was planning to talk mostly about this month. Let's see. Next month, next week, I'll be going a little bit in depth on a topic I've went over previously. In description, I want to focus on one thing. I thought the video went well, and I look forward to seeing your opinion on it. So I also saw that some of you said that you very much enjoy seeing me do more reviewing of other people's works. I'll be happy to do more of that in the near future. For now, though, I'm going to pop out. I'll see you folks next week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button, subscribe, hit bell to see notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye, fellow birdies.